You're listening to Nexxlegacy.
All right. This is Nexxlegacy Radio. I am Brandon here with Denaya and my guest. I had the opportunity to watch this man perform, and to me perform at a high level. And I was just telling him, as soon as I saw this dude perform, I was like, let me find this dude on social media, because one of the things that he did mention was, like, you can find me at s11ep24 on Instagram. So I was like, okay, let me go catch this dude, because I know if we don't have a super ton of dialogue, I can be able to find this guy this way. So I did. He's here with us, and we are on Nexxlegacy Radio. Adam Aldama is in the house with us. What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, brother?
Blessed, man. Blessed.
Glad to be here.
To start off, let me tell you, bro, your energy and your performance game is definitely on point. But I want the listeners out there who don't know you, as we're all trying to get to know someone, right? So I'm going to start off with a couple of cliche ones. So tell the people out there a little bit about yourself, how you got started, and, as far as entertaining, obviously it's your passion. So tell people why this is your passion, man.
Oh, man, every time I get on stage, that's my happy place right there. So, I was born in Sacramento, still live here, so I'm from the 916, and just love hip-hop, R&B, old school music, grew up on that stuff, like Whispers, Temptations, Bobby Brown, Michael Jackson, all that good stuff. And so now I like incorporating those types of jams into my show, because they bring lots of energy to them. And, of course, with the new swag out, we got to bring that Bruno Mars stuff in, because he got lots of energy at his shows, and that's what keeps people entertained, man. And so it's like going out there just performing, that's what it's all about, because it makes people in the audience feel good, and it makes me feel good on stage.
And it resonates with that. And if people go to Sizzle 916, I mean, they can see, a few things, and people that seen them perform, they can attest to that and know that. But, as far as you said, it's always been in you. That's your happy place. This is your passion. For how long has it been since you were young? Since, I know you named some greats, but what was that point in time in your life, if you was a kid or if you got older and you realized that, I could go on stage and perform? Because, a lot of people say they could do it and they get nervous and then they tap out. So what made you say,
right,
hey, this is all confidence and this is all me? I'm destined to do this.
So I actually used to work at a grocery store when I was like 19, 20 years old. And so around that time, I was just doing rap. So I was just a rapper at the time. I didn't really do singing and stuff like that, but I was pursuing original music. And so the manager at the grocery store, he let me sell my album at the front counter because I was a cashier. And so I pressed up 1,000 CDs. And so my test run to myself, I was like, if I could sell up all these CDs, then I'm going to keep this thing going. And if I can't, well, at least I tried. So long story short, I sold up all the CDs for $10 a pop. I got in like local newspapers, things like that. Did some features with like Kid Frost, JT from In Too Deep, Baby Bash, a couple cats out of Houston, Texas, like Chingo Bling, and just kept it going, man. And then I got introduced to one of the customers there, and he had a cover band. And I didn't know people get paid to do covers, because that sells a lot more than originals do when you're like a local cat. And I was like, y'all get paid to sing other people's songs? Like, I can do that. So, yeah, that's basically what turned me on to it. And so I just kept it going. And, yeah, man, I just bounced around from a different couple cover bands to now I'm just doing my own thing. And it's been working out pretty good.
Wait a minute. Before you continue, you just said that your test run was to sell 1,000 CDs, right?
Yes.
So you made $10,000.
Yeah,
off of selling artists. I hope the artists are listening to this right here. Like, that was your test run. You're like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do covers after making 10 G's off of my own music. This is what persistence looks like.
Yep.
Carry on.
Yeah, so I put a down payment on a car, and then I started putting production costs towards my second album, and just kept it going from there. And I've been doing it ever since. And I've been doing it since 2006. Yeah, 2006.
So let me like process this as I'm Q&A-ing you right now on Nexxlegacy Radio. So, I mean, Denai said it best. You were determined to push this. I mean, for anybody, first off, for anybody to say that, hey, you know what, I asked this, owner of the grocery store, whatever, can I sell my CDs while I'm working? First off, people don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know what I know when I say that, right? Especially in California. And you know where we at. We, in the Bay, 916, whatever, that's hard because a lot of people will stunt or hate on whatever it is that you're trying to do. Nah. Don't do that here. You're gonna do that. You can do that. You can take that outside, but don't do that here. So for you to politic your way in, not politic per se, but just for you to be able to negotiate or partner up with that, first off, commend you for that. And for two, like Denai said, it shows your persistence and how you want to push your brand out there. So for all the people out there that says, I can't do what Adam just did, why can you not do that, right? What is that gift that you have that you can be able to share with the world as far as that extra determination in order for that to pop off? Because, I mean, I know it's easier said than done, but you got to really be persistent, right?
It's a lot of work, man, because, like, I've worked with cats throughout the years where, oh, yeah, I'm a rapper, I'm going to do this, and then, like, it doesn't turn out the way they want, and I don't know if they're not used to failure because you're going to fail a lot. And, they just stop doing it, But me, like, I have a love for it, so I just keep doing it.
Would you do it for free?
Oh, yeah, I still do gigs for free. I do lots of charity events. I do all kinds of gigs for free, like, especially around the holidays. Like, when people need, like, food drives and all that other stuff, like, oh, yeah, because I also DJ. I actually picked up DJing about 4 years ago. Because DJing is actually a really good moneymaker. And so I picked that up. And so, yeah, I do free gigs all the time for the community. I love helping out my community because if the community is rocking with you, that's a good feeling right there.
And the reason why I asked that question is because in some cases and in most cases, and you mentioned that too, a free one can turn into a networking opportunity, can turn into more money later, like I said, we all can't be nonprofit and do all this stuff for free every single time that we get it, but all that leads to something else, right? I mean, I truly and firmly believe that. I think we all are a part of that too, because we all do a lot of stuff, for the love of, but I mean, that's that circle, right? It will come back and bless you later.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Exactly. Adam's my guest on Nexxlegacy Radio. You can follow him on IG at Sizzle916. And you said that you had a project that you had out. Now, I know you've done covers and have a cover band. You've done, excellent work. Like I said, to me, like one of the things that I definitely that stood out, not just your Bruno Mars performances and stuff like that, like you literally catered to the crowd. So for the people out there that's literally maybe starting up, trying to figure out how to navigate through and push through or whatever, it's hella important right now to connect with that crowd, not just on a music level, but on a connection that, okay, this is the type of crowd that like Michael Jackson or Prince or Bruno Mars, like we mentioned, right? So that's super important for what you're doing out there now, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I always switch up the set list on my musicians when we're performing, and luckily they they go with the flow, and not a lot of bands do that. They stick to their set list because that's their set of songs, and they're like, that's what we practice, that's what we gonna play. And me, I don't really do that. If no one's like, if you're losing maybe 10% of your dance floor, you're like, nah, we gotta switch it up, and so you change the script, and you flip it up, and you get people moving again.
Hey, and that's important, especially nowadays when you are trying to do exactly what you said. Like, you want to maintain that dance floor. If not, turn it up a little bit more each song or each time that you do. And it's, and a lot of people are just kind of like, you know what, I'm not going to change it. And it kind of throws me to this question as far as the band, because you said sometimes it throws the band off. But when you have willing participants, because let me put it out there, y'all, my man Adams worked with the band. I see how he's worked with them on stage, and the communication is key. Bands are important nowadays too, not just, you know, putting out, you know, doing it off a track or whatever, but bands are still out there to keep the crowd moving at the end of the day too, right?
Yep, exactly.
And I think that
if you can work with the band.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you can work with the band, then that shows the amount of talent that you have. Anybody can sing to a track because they can do even people that can't sing can sing to tracks all of a sudden. But when you have a band, it's just you and that band. And so your talent is tested, especially during a live show. A band will tell if you can sing or if you can't sing, if you can perform, if you can't perform. But what he said was very crucial. He said I was a rapper, and he sings, and he's a DJ. He hit every single market. Like I said, artists pay attention because he gonna get paid whether he sings a note or not because he's DJing. Still.
The reason I tackle all those different avenues is because, like, I even do, like, my own graphic design for, like, my flyers, my album covers, my singles, all that, because, like, in the beginning when I first started out, I would wait on people, and they'd be like, oh, yeah, I'll get this design for you in, like, a week. Week rolls around, they ain't get it done. I'm just like, man, I'm just going to learn this myself. So, like, that way, you know it'll get done at your pace when you want it done.
Exactly.
What's been the biggest, I guess I could say, obstacle that you faced, you know, throughout your young career right now? Because when you say you first started in 2006, that's still young. I know you still have a lot of music life in you. So, what's been a positive and what's been a challenge?
Challenge is getting the product out there. It's hard to distribute. Like, if you're not making a lot of noise, it's really just hard to distribute the content out there. And I've always struggled with that. And all local cats struggle with that. You know, if you don't have avenues like World Star Hip Hop, or you're paying a promoter, quote unquote promoter, because everybody says they promote, but you know damn well they don't be promoting. Yeah. So I mean, it's like, it's just hard. The main obstacle is getting the content out to the general public. And like in the beginning, I tried making radio-friendly songs, and I still try to achieve that. But it's like the radio is always changing. You never know what they're looking for, what kind of image they're going to, and it's all about connections too. If you know certain people in the game, that you know that's going to help you out tremendously. So, but that would be the con. So pushing it and getting it out there, that'd be a con. The pros is like the compliments from everybody. Like, yeah, you might not have thousands of fans, but the ones or twos that come up to you, like even you guys, like right now with this interview, you know, like this right here, this made my day right here, that y'all hit me up to, like, you know, ask me questions about my music and things like that. And it's the things like that in life that make it all worthwhile.
I think at the end of the day, man, like it's super important. Adam's my guest on Nexxlegacy Radio. Make sure you go ahead and follow him on IG at Sizzle916. And one of the things that's important, man, is just, you know, I mean, Denai and I both know, like, you know, being owners of a radio station, it's definitely not easy. But one of the things that I know we are down for is authenticity, right? Being able to curate your own brand, nurture your own brand, push that level to that next level, right? So it's super important for media folks to, you know what I'm saying, not just get the word out. Like, mainstream is mainstream. They're going to have their own set when it comes to certain people, but, you know what I'm saying, getting these guys and girls out here that's super talented to be able to be heard is hella important in this day and age. And, you know, I'm gonna throw it to you on this radio stuff too. And I ain't talking about just online radio. I ain't talking about, you know, just the mainstream radio, but just the conglomerate of radio stations and record labels. It's hella different than it was from, the 80s, the 90s, and the early 2000s, right?
Yep, exactly, because everything's digital now.
How do you navigate it? Somebody like, I think you and I are at that age or stage in our lives where we know what it took for us to be able to wait at Tower Records to go grab that CD or that tape or whatever the case may be, and celebrate getting in the car, riding, turning up the music, listening to that brand new album. I remember, getting Doggy Style, the tape, you know what I mean, and putting that in the car and making that thing go, or certain albums that will always withstand, test of time, that you had a memory of waiting for said CD or said tape or whatever, right? That's missing nowadays. We won't get that back, right? It's gone now.
No. Yeah. I remember back when I was a kid, man, I had my little MC Hammer tape, and, man, I used to play the hell out of it. I used to play the hell out of that tape. And it ended up breaking, and so the tape came undone, and then it got all messed up, and so my pops he had me do some chores around the house, and then got me another MC Hammer tape, and that was my jam right there.
Now, did you ever have a situation where the tape broke, but you could put it back together like it was nothing, right? Like you would.
No doubt.
Did you ever have that moment? I know you did, Adam. I know you did.
Oh yeah.
That's too funny. I was literally just going to say that.
Hey, Adam, you saved it, and you probably had to tape up the corner so it wouldn't snap when you try to put it back in the thing or whatever. So you taped it.
Oh, no doubt.
You put it in the thing. And you were like, yes, I say this. And you took the little pencil, and you just once you got that little edge right, you were like, all right, dope, I got this now. So we're good. Man, I saved a lot of tapes, bruh, and I was super juiced, man. Like, come on, man. The memories, you can't beat them things, man. You can't beat it. You can't beat it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what's missing, Adam, at this point in time. Yes, we can't get that back, but that's why going on stage and doing what you're doing is hella important, right? It's important for these people to remember, there's point in times when, at your show, the one you just did, SMA event, the Tequila Fest, literally, your Bruno Mars was on point and memorable. You did the MJ stuff. There's a lot of stuff on there, man, that I just remember. And I remember because energy and effort never lies, bro. And I think there's a lot of people out there that is really needing to be inspired to not just hear your truth and how you feel about being on stage and how it makes you feel, but that's going to inspire other people. So do you feel that sometimes that it's a point in time where, I'm not only am I doing this, I got, I got other people beside me or whatever, that's really juiced off of everything that I'm doing. And I know you mentioned about being humble with moments like this or whatever, but it is a surreal vibe, right?
No doubt. Yeah, especially my team, when my team's rocking and they're feeling the music, like my guitarist, for instance, when I first met him about 8 years ago, all he played was rock and roll. And I introduced him to Michael Jackson, Milli Vanilli, Bobby Brown, Shaka Khan, Evelyn Champagne, and he's just mind blown now. And now all he plays is R&B and old school. He don't play rock no more.
That's solid. But
that's all good though, because like Liz says, black folks need rock and roll, so it's all good.
Yeah, he got turned out by the R&B and old school, so it's like, yes. He lights up when he plays it, and when everybody's having fun on stage, man, my homegirl Veronica, she gets down. When she's rocking her Whitney Houston stuff and all that, man.
Nice.
Hey, I just love the vibe y'all have. Yeah, I love the vibe y'all have for sure. Adam's my guest on Nexxlegacy Radio. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit him up at Sizzle916 on Instagram. Blow his Instagram up. You know what I'm saying? He's also available, for booking. So, Adam, if you want to tell him how to contact you, you can definitely do that also.
Oh, yeah. So on my IG page at the very top, I have my website and my phone number on there. So everything's public. So just don't be calling me for no booty calls.
Oh my God.
But if y'all want to see it,
business only, ladies. Business only.
What's that?
Said business only, ladies. Business only.
Oh, right. But yeah, no, everything's public, the website and the phone number. So yeah, if you guys go on the Instagram page, all that information is available.
Yeah, definitely go on the Instagram page.
For sure. What's on the horizon for you, man? Like do you still have the itch and the passion to want to put out like your own original content, singles, albums, stuff like that?
Oh yeah. Me and my homegirl Veronica, we're working on an album right now actually. We're gonna be putting it out, I wanna say near winter time. Usually the majors drop in the winter time, and if you're not as known, you wanna drop in the spring. But yeah, it should be wrapped up by the winter time. And we got a lot of good songs on there, man. So we're definitely working on a lot of original material, and then always just looking for another gig, man, because we love going out there and performing.
That's what's up. I mean, and for the people out there, like, are you basically like between you and Veronica, working, writing your own stuff, trying to come up with your own music concept, sound, all that good stuff, right?
Yeah, so the one thing I lack in the creativity aspect is I don't make my own beats. I don't make my own instrumentals. I never dibble-dabbled in it, and I just never, I don't know, man. When I hear an instrumental, a melody will come vocally in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like how Michael Jackson used to do it. He didn't really play instruments, but he got other people to play the parts for him, and that's how he wrote his music. Whereas with Prince played everything underneath the sun. But with MJ, he'd be like telling his bass player, okay, I want doom, 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 and the bass player would lay it down. And then he would tell how the string work go. Like, of course, he didn't play those instruments, but he had the foundation in his head to build that song. And that's kind of how I do it, where I reach out to producers, and they make the instrumental, the beat, and then I build around that. I build the topic of the song, the melody, the harmonies, everything.
Okay. I love it. And you know what? That might be even a challenge for you, man. Like, you might, because since I got like, 50 jobs already, let me see if I can add music producer and make sure that, and make sure that I can come up with a beat, on my own. And listen, Dre, watch out, Dre. Watch out, bro.
Period. He's already DJing, so that means he already knows how to mix something.
Watch out. Hey, listening to what you have going on, man, like, that's actually exciting to hear. And I'm hoping that, because Naya and I, we love to break records here on Nexxlegacy Radio. I mean,
absolutely.
We got that audience, that's out there internationally, obviously in the States as well. So, breaking records is what we do. So if we can be able to get an exclusive drop, that'll be super dope. But let me turn a corner and ask you, a couple of little different kind of questions. So, first one is, I'm gonna basically give you like a little test, like a true or false type of thing, to start off. So, true or false, bruh? Maze featuring Frankie Beverly, right?
Yep.
All right. True or false? They've never been nominated for a Grammy.
Ooh. I want to say true because I don't remember them getting no Grammy.
There you go. You're absolutely right.
That's like one of my favorite R&B singers is Avant. Avant, same thing.
Is that not tragic?
Yeah, man. Because I've gone to so many Avant shows where he plays at Yoshi's in Oakland, and man, Avant turns it out every time. And same thing with him, man. You get a great talent like Frankie Beverly and Avant, even like Joe, and I don't even think they've been nominated for anything.
That part. You named some other people that is still to this day when when people dial back, they be like, man, nah, you lying. You lying. They got nominated before. The answer is no. They've never been nominated, never won a Grammy. You know, and it's a trip. I mean, the awards is what it is, but I think you already know, like, their stuff is legendary. I think we all know that, right?
Oh, yeah. My favorite song from Maze is Can't Get Over You, man. That's my jam right there. Like, everybody likes Before
I Let Go.
Before I Let Go and all that. But I Can't Get Over You is my jam.
Mm-hmm. Classic. Let me ask you another one, and it's more of a people choice. You can never go wrong with choosing either or. So which one would you, if you had to choose, and if somebody made you choose between one of the two, which one would it be? Michael Jackson's Thriller or Michael Jackson's Off the Wall?
Ooh. Being that my pops had Thriller first when I was a kid, I'd go off of Thriller because Baby Be Mine is my jam. And so Off the Wall is good. Off the Wall is good. But I always tell people my favorite Michael Jackson album is Bad. Bad is my favorite one.
So he didn't even he didn't even throw. He threw the extra album in there too, though. He put that in there. I think honestly, Adam, that album Bad was probably his most diverse album, in my opinion.
Oh, no doubt.
I mean,
no doubt.
You could probably put it up there literally with Thriller, but I think Bad had so much edge to it, even more so than Thriller ever did. For the album, you know, obviously for all the songs that's listed on there. So for you to sneak that third one in there, bruh, hey, much respect. Much respect. Let me throw this last one your way, bruh. An album that doesn't get enough credit and still is, in my opinion, to this day, one of the greatest albums ever created. And that underrated album, in my opinion, is Stevie Wonder's Songs in the Key of Life. Do you agree or disagree?
Okay, you're going to hate me for this, but I'm not a big Stevie Wonder fan. I don't know. I like Stevie Wonder, he's a great singer, great entertainer when he gets down on the keys and everything. Everyone in the music industry respects him. But I don't know, man. I just never really got into Stevie like that. Like, I don't know. I was always listening to other cats like Michael and George Michael, Prince, Lenny Kravitz, you know, people like that. But and then if you go further back, Motown, like Temptations, man. I could name so many. I can name way more Temptation songs than I can Stevie Wonder songs.
Hey, so, I ain't mad at you.
But Key of Life is a great album, no doubt.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you haven't heard it all, but it sounds like you did, definitely run that back for the people, and it's a life changer in my opinion. So, one of the most underrated albums to me of all time is definitely Songs in the Key of Life by Stevie Wonder. And one final one, man, is more current. So Kanye West's Donda album. Have you heard it, and your thoughts?
Okay, so check this out, man. I was up late last night just tossing and turning in bed. And so I got on Instagram, and I see World Star talk about Donda, all these other social media. I'm like, I'm going to check it out. And I bumped the first 5 tracks, and I'm, like, struggling to get through it. And I liked Kanye when he first came out with College Dropout, because Slow Jams with Twista was my jam, Overnight Celebrity, right. All those jams were classic. Even his Heartbreaks and 808s was kind of dope. But this new one, man, it's for a newer generation, and I'm not part of that generation, so I can't relate.
Got you. One thing that I know for sure, I think you and I both agree, is the album I feel like is the classic albums, first couple of albums or whatnot that Kanye had. This one hits. I mean, like you said, newer generation for sure. I feel like it's better than, a lot of the recent stuff that he had and stuff like that or whatnot. And do you feel like the success of a lot of different artists, not just Kanye, but also you might as well throw Drake in there, that the success of their album is literally vital to keeping the culture of hip-hop alive, or do you feel like that's an added piece, but we need more from the newer up-and-coming artists and not lean so heavy on the Kanyes and the Drakes?
I think what hip-hop needs to do, man, is everybody needs to go back to doing their own thing, because back in, like, when I was in high school, man, you had cats that were dope, like Nelly, you had Ja Rule, you had DMX come out, you had Chingy, you had so many of these hip-hop cats come out, and everybody sounded different. Now everybody is sounding, you know, and I'm just like, all y'all sound the same, man, and I cannot get jiggy with this shit. You know, it's like, it's just not funny, man.
I think, I mean, you said it, and now you know this too, because we always talk about each and everybody having their own individuality. I think, you know, people was winning back in the 90s for exactly what you just said. People was winning in the 80s for exactly that. More women was winning in the 80s because they had that. A lot of the men respected the women that was putting out the music because of the fact that they had bars. It wasn't really about how you look. It was about what you did on the mic, right? And I think that's important. Yep. Like, you know, the visual of the culture, I feel like, is so more inundated now, where it's like they look at you more on the visual side than the talent that you have. True or false?
You said on the digital side, to what?
The visual of how somebody looks is way more important than the talent that they have nowadays. True or false?
Oh yeah, no doubt, because a lot of the younger audience will appeal to that. With all the filters that, you know, social media has and everything like that, it's the way that you look.
What's it gonna take to change that understanding? Is it just more like-minded people that's gonna be on the forefront that can just be able to say, hey, it ain't just about the look, it's about the product and the talent that you have putting out? Is it gonna take more people just pushing that line?
Honestly, I think we need more cats like Bruno Mars. We need more cats like The Weeknd, because, like, those guys, they actually got talent. They got the image that is their own, and they got talent to back it up. Because Bruno Mars comes with his full band. He can actually sing. Weeknd,
right?
I haven't seen Weeknd with a full band, but homeboy can actually sing, and his songs are dope. So it's like we need more cats that are like them doing their thing.
I got you. Point taken, and I think that's important. Adam's my guest on Nexxlegacy Radio, and before we wrap up, Denai, you got any more you want to throw his way?
Absolutely. So you're doing this new album. So you say you started out as a rapper. Are you doing any flowing on it, or are you just going to be all singing?
Oh yeah. So the album's actually called Street Love. So it's gonna be like a half and half kind of album. It's gonna be having some street jams on there, you know, and it's all gonna have some love songs, some ballads, and all that. So yeah, it's gonna have a little half and half.
Oh, it's gonna be fire! I can't wait to hear it.
One of the songs that I got that's gonna be on the album is with JT from In Too Deep, and it's called Let's Ride, and that's available on my website. It's also available on iTunes if y'all want to check it out.
There you go. Follow my man Adam on IG. Hit him up on Sizzle. If you can't spell it, SIZZLE 916. Make sure you follow my man on IG. Hey, listen, thanks for tapping in. This is the first of many, so we don't do one night stands here. We definitely make sure that we circle back and touch bases and connect and stay connected. And I not just wish you all the best in success and growth and, leaving your legacy, but, you got the talent to push that line to the next line, you know what I mean? And I know you're going to do better than great. So I wish you nothing but the best, man. Bro.
I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all reaching out, man.
For sure. As we wrap this, you can go ahead, if you can, my man, just go ahead and do a solid drop. Actually, you can do two. The first one being, like, hey, this is Adam. You're listening to Nexxlegacy Radio. You can go ahead and touch bases on that. You can do that. That'll be solid. I would appreciate it, my friend.
You said it's Nexxlegacy?
Yes, sir.
All right. What's up, y'all? What's going down? It's your boy Sizzle, a.k.a. Adam Aldama. You guys listen to Next Level Radio. Check it out, y'all.
Nexxlegacy.
Legacy.
Oh, Nexxlegacy. One more time. Nexxlegacy. All right.
Got you. Go for it.
What's up, y'all? This Nexxlegacy Radio right here, and it's your boy Adam Aldama, a.k.a. Sizzle.
Love it. The next one, man, promote your social media, website, and bookings and stuff like that. So I'll let the next one be your freestyle. So where they can find you, all that stuff, put it out there so I can put it on the station too, bro.
Okay. If you guys want to check out all the new content that I got coming out, go to www.adamaldama.com. That's ADAMALDAMA.com. Or you can find me on social media on Instagram at Sizzle916. That's SIZZLE 916.
My man, I appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
Hey, I'm gonna tag you when we put this on the air, and actually I'm gonna grab your single, and I'm gonna put it on rotation on the station, bruh. And you know what I'm saying? Me and Danielle will definitely stay connected, but I definitely want to promote all things that if you got some new breaking news, whatever, like, you know what I'm saying, I'll DM you my info and station and all that stuff. But I definitely want you to check us out, man, because we are definitely, you know what I'm saying, we got full control over the content we air and put out. So, you know, your music will definitely be on rotation with us, man, for sure.
That's what's up. I appreciate you guys.
Hey, man, it's been fun. Don't be a stranger. You got to come back, dude. You got to come back and give us some more real game, because, you know, I love one thing I do love is the fact that you went from off the wall to Thriller to Bad. Like, I love how you snuck that one in, bro. I love that one. I love it. I love you snuck that one in. Like a straight boss. You're like, man, hey, but Bad in there. You got to throw Bad in there real quick, though. So, you know, that's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, man, thanks for the time, man. And I'll be at you. So I'm going to hit you on the DM and give you the other stuff, too. But, man, I appreciate you, bro. Keep doing your thing, man. You got blessed talent. No doubt.
Thanks, guys.
Podcasters unite. Ready to dive into something awesome? Welcome to the Nexxlegacy podcast, your #1 station for the people. Here we bring you stories, interviews, and conversations that matter. Whether you're commuting, cooking, or just chilling, Nexxlegacy has got your back. Join our community of listeners who crave insightful content and good vibes. From trending topics to hidden gems, we cover it all with a touch of humor and a whole lot of heart. So, plug in those earphones, hit that subscribe button, and let's make today a little brighter together. Tune in now to the Nexxlegacy podcast, where every episode feels like home.